You yawn, I clap. Got it? So, talking really, when we look at networks, right, the biggest network is the internet. But to figure out how do we get here, how we got to where we are today, if we look back at the beginning of the internet, right, so the first internet was created in the United States. Anybody know why it was created? Why was the internet created? Who created it? Military. Right, so the Department of Defense kind of put out this project or proposal saying, hey, in a time of war, we need a way to have multiple lines of communication. So if one line was to break, right, or be cut, communication can still get through. Right, and so the original internet back in 1969 was called ARPANET. Right, ARPANET was the name of the project. And you can see there was universities. Just like today, a lot of research projects end up at university. That was no different with this Department of Defense proposal. In ARPANET in 1969, you had UCLA, you had the Stanford Research Institute, Utah, and University of California, Santa Barbara. They were involved. And what they did is they created the first what's called packet switch network. That's how the internet works. We'll get into that. But basically, what this was looking at is saying, hey, if this line right here between Stanford Research Institute and UCLA was cut, the packets can still travel this way, right? So it can still get there through different nodes. Okay? And the big difference was before this, we had the phone system. That was how most communication worked. And the phone system is what's called a circuit switch network, and it's a direct line. So there's a circuit between you and the endpoint, and if that circuit is cut, there is no communication. Right? And so in a packet switch network, which ARPANET was known, it had multiple lines, multiple nodes, and each one could carry that information. Okay? All right. So 1969, you can see there were 4 nodes, 4 devices, 4 computers on the internet, or ARPANET as it was called back then, right? The Utah, Stanford Research, et cetera, et cetera. 1979, and you can see it jumps up, but even in the 80s, you're still talking just a few thousand nodes. It was still in more research, academic. The web wasn't introduced yet, right? So the internet was there, but there's a difference between the internet and the web, right? So the internet could be email. Before the web, there was a thing called Gopher. When I was in school in the 90s, Gopher was built out of University of Minnesota, hence the Golden Gophers. So the Gopher, it was kind of like a website, but without video and really pictures. It was just text-based hyperlinked documents. Right? And that was in the 90s, and you can see, even in 91, you're up to 617,000 nodes on the internet. And